Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we be diving into a topic that has been on my mind a lot lately, the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Now, you might be thinking, aren't those the same thing? But trust me, there's a world of difference, and understanding this could completely change your financial future. Let's start with something I've noticed over the years. There's this interesting divide between people who focus on income versus those who focus on assets. You see, rich people often get caught up in the game of earning more and more money. They're all about that next big paycheck, that promotion, or that bonus. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting to earn more. But here's the thing, wealthy people, they're playing a different game entirely. Wealthy individuals understand that true financial freedom comes from owning assets that generate passive income. Think about it this way, if you're constantly trading your time for money, what happens when you can't work anymore? Your income stops. But if you own assets like rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, or a business that runs without your day-to-day involvement, you're building a machine that makes money while you sleep. I remember talking to a friend who was so proud of his six-figure salary. He was living what many would consider a rich lifestyle, fancy car, designer clothes, the works. But when I asked him about his investments or assets, he looked at me blankly. On the other hand, I know someone who never made more than $70,000 a year but religiously invested in index funds and rental properties. Guess who's closer to financial independence now? This brings me to our next point, the difference between spending and investing. It's a classic trap that many fall into. As soon as they start earning more, they start spending more. It's what we call lifestyle inflation, and it is a surefire way to stay on the hamster wheel of needing to earn more just to maintain your lifestyle. Rich people often fall into this trap. They spend to look successful, buying status symbols to show the world they've made it. But here's the kicker. True wealth isn't about what you spend. It's about what you keep and grow. Wealthy people understand this. They're not afraid to live below their means because they're playing the long game. They know that every dollar invested today could be worth much more in the future. I'll never forget when I first started learning about compound interest. It blew my mind. The idea that your money could make money, which then makes more money. It's like a snowball effect, and that's exactly what wealthy people tap into. They're not just working for money, they're making their money work for them. This brings us to another crucial difference. Rich people work for money, while wealthy people have money work for them. Now, don't get me wrong, hard work is important. But there's a limit to how much you can earn by trading your time for money. Even high-paid professionals like doctors or lawyers are still essentially trading hours for dollars. Wealthy individuals, on the other hand, focus on building systems that generate income without their direct involvement. They might start businesses, invest in real estate, or create passive income streams through investments or intellectual property. It's about creating value that continues to pay dividends long after the initial work is done. I remember when I first started my YouTube channel. It was a lot of work upfront, creating content and building an audience, but now, those early videos still generate income through ad revenue and affiliate links. That's the power of creating assets that work for you. Now, let's talk about something that I think is at the heart of the rich versus wealthy mindset, the approach to lifestyle and financial independence. Rich people often fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation. As their income grows, so does their spending. They upgrade their car, move to a bigger house, buy more expensive clothes. And while there's nothing inherently wrong with enjoying the fruits of your labor, this mindset can keep you trapped in a cycle of always needing to earn more. Wealthy people, on the other hand, maintain discipline. They understand that true freedom comes not from having more stuff, but from having more options. They focus on building financial independence, the ability to live life on their own terms without being tied to a paycheck. It's about having the freedom to pursue passions, spend time with family, or make career changes without financial stress. I've seen this play out in my own life. When I first started earning more money, I was tempted to upgrade everything, but I made a conscious decision to keep my lifestyle relatively modest and focus on investing instead. Now, I have the freedom to choose projects I'm passionate about rather than just chasing the highest paycheck. This brings us to our final point, and it's a big one: the difference between short-term and long-term thinking. Rich people often focus on immediate gratification. They're thinking about the next paycheck, the next quarter, or maybe the next year. Wealthy people, they're playing the long game. They're thinking about building generational wealth, creating a lasting legacy, and achieving sustainable growth. It's not just about having money now, it's about creating a foundation of wealth that can weather economic storms and provide security for years to come. I remember talking to a successful entrepreneur who told me, "I'm not building this business for myself. I'm building it for my grandchildren's grandchildren." That kind of long-term perspective changes everything about how you approach money and success. So as we wrap up, I want you to ask yourself, are you chasing rich or are you building wealth? Are you focused on the next paycheck or are you creating assets that will generate income for years to come? Are you spending to look successful or are you investing in your future freedom? Remember, it's not about how much you make, but about how much you keep, grow, and leverage. It's about building a foundation for long-term financial freedom, not just short-term riches. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What mindset are you currently working on? Are you more focused on increasing your income, or are you looking at ways to build wealth through assets and investments? Drop a comment below and let me know. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that helps you grow smarter with money. Building wealth is a journey, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Until next time, keep focusing on what really matters, not just being rich, but building true, lasting wealth. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.